to Ghana. I'm currently in the port city of Tema, which is about 20 kilometers outside the capital, Accra. And this harbour holds a very special place in my heart because my granddad, who lived here in the 50s and the 60s, actually was an engineer living in Ghana and building this port. He very sadly died earlier this year, so I've come back to trace the family history and also distribute his ashes around some of his favorite places in Ghana. This is Bismarck.
Hello.
He's gonna help me. We're in the fishing part of the port now, which anyone can walk into. He's gonna hopefully help me get into the main port later. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a day, gonna be quite an adventure. So all of these, oh, there's a Liverpool one. Liverpool flag on that ship.
The football clubs have their flags here.
Every single boat has like a different, there's an Arsenal one, has like a different Premier League team flag. Look at this boat, it's got the GB flag and then the Man U flag behind it. And loads of American flags. Why do people put different flags on their boats?
Well, it depends on like where they like.
Just whatever country they like,
Yes,
whatever
yes.
football team they like.
Team they like, so they normally have their flags on their boats.
We've made it to the edge of the fishing pier. The only way I could get my granddad's ashes to Ghana was disguised as tobacco in my old luggage. It's quite emotional. So this port, even today, is still the biggest port in Ghana and actually accounts for 80% of its import and exports. It's pretty massive, which is why we've got to do it in sections. This was the most easily accessible part.
I think most of the women are waiting for the fishermen to come back from the sea.
Ah, and then
They get some fishes to buy.
oh, and then they like help them unload and sell it and like prepare it and stuff.
Exactly.
So this market goes every single day. So all of this is hello. All of this is freshly caught basically, and there's a lot of fish. The smell is kind of reminding me of the Indonesia shark market, which will forever be stained in my memory. Oh, that's a big one. What kind of fish is it? What kind of fish is this? Barracuda.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This one octopus.
You chop out its teeth.
No, not
They
it.
have, yeah, they bite hard, right? Yeah. That's big.
It's big.
That's big. Thank you, bro.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I've never seen barracuda for sale before. Alright, we're back in the car now and we're going to drive to the other side of the port and try and get into the main harbour. You think we can do it?
Yeah.
You believe?
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's give it our best shot. Okay, I think we're in business. He said originally we spoke to the guy at the port. He said no, we can't do it. You have to write a letter. You have to get permission from the government. I told him about my granddad. He was like, okay, we can make something work maybe. He respected the ritual, as he called it. And now we got our high vis vests on. You look good in that one.
Oh, you too. We finally made it.
Yeah, we did it. And now we're gonna follow him in on a bike, and he says I can put my ashes in the port, and then we come out again.
Exactly 3 p.m.
Okay, we just had to pay an immigration officer to go into the port, so I don't think we're in yet.
We are looking at
We're going round again for try number 2. We're in. We're just trying to find a bit of the water to look at the size of these ships. A bit of the water to put the ashes in. Trying to keep low profile. It really feels like we don't belong in here. What a surreal place this is. Jono, Harry John Lutchford, this is for you. He always loved big ships. When he lived in Portsmouth, he would go down to the port, the harbour, look look at the big ships. Was always telling us about big ships. So in the harbour he built 60 years ago. I think this is an appropriate place to put his ashes, out to sea. See where they end up. That's for you, Jono. Proper legend. Alright, the guy's looking on the left. Right, let's get out of here, maybe. Let's roll. Good morning and welcome back to Ghana. I'm back in Accra now. Things got a bit dodgy in the port yesterday, so you probably saw at the end of Bismarck. Massive shout out to Bismarck, by the way, for helping me out yesterday, getting me in the port. You know, usually I like to roll alone, but yeah, he was so much help. I definitely couldn't have done it without him. It was a miracle we got in there anyway. Yeah, the guy at the end of his pan, right after I threw my granddad's ashes in the water, was like asking for our documents. I think technically you're not allowed to film there. So it was kind of a bit, yeah, we had to make a swift getaway. Anyway, it's day 2, I'm back in Accra now. And the search for more of my granddad's significant places continues. Yesterday was the easy part. He helped build the harbour, we knew where the harbour was. Today, we're trying to find a club he used to go to, we're trying to find his house, and all I have to go on is 6 photos. Old photos that we found in his house after he died. It's all the information there was about Ghana. One of these photos showed my granddad and my grandma dancing inside a club, and another one showed the balcony of a club on the sea. And when my granddad was still alive, he would often go on about how they went to this club on the sea and he'd drink whiskey with his friends after work. Only 3 possible clubs existed in Accra at that time: the Ghana Club, the Roger Club, and the Accra Club. 2 of them don't exist anymore. There's only one left, but it's the only one on the sea, and it's the Ghana Club. Since 1947, preserving the past, ensuring the future. Looks pretty much locked from out here. This is Fritz Before, a legend of Ghana. I don't need to introduce him, an amazing man who's been so helpful and hospitable towards me since I arrived in Ghana, and it's just, like everyone in Ghana, has just been so incredibly nice. And yeah, here he is.
Nice meeting all of you. Eddie is a wonderful boy. And
that's very kind of you to say.
He's a very, very pleasant personality. So I hope he enjoys his stay, and I'll do all I can to make sure he comes back to you safe and sound, very happy.
Thank you very much for that, Fritz. I appreciate it. You're almost certain this was the club my granddad went to?
Almost certain.
Because it's one of the only ones on the water, and
Yes,
it's where they used to have
This
functions.
is the one, yes.
Right. Yeah, and Fritz has also pointed me in the right direction to where the old Parkinson Howard, the company Jono, my granddad, used to work for, their old houses used to be, which have since been demolished, right?
Yes, yes.
But I'm gonna go there after this and leave some of his ashes there as well. So yeah, thank you so much for all your help. So according to Fritz, who's also a very, like I said, Google his name, Fritz Before, if you want to find out more about him. He's a very well respected man in Ghana. It's crazy that I've even managed to meet him. He says this cistern, he's also a historian, so we trust him, has been here since the very start of the club in 1947. So it was definitely here when my granddad was here. So I'm going to leave some ashes here. Get out ye old faithful tobacco packet. crazy to think he was here, you know, 60 years ago, dancing with my grandma and just, yeah, living life. It's bizarre to think. I'm gonna choose one of these trees. I like this one, the one standing alone in the courtyard. Maybe John had drunkenly stumbled out of the club one night and had a piss on this tree or something. And now he lives on here forever. Another one of the 6 photos. Fritz was telling me that it's of the Queen's visit. She visited Ghana in 1961. And where she was and where my granddad or grandma was taking photos, there's actually a photo of my grandma walking up the stairs with my dad's sister, my auntie. It's just around the corner from here at Independence Square. So you can see the image on screen now that I'm trying to find. So the flagpoles only seem to be here at the top and not in the right direction. I mean, obviously this was a very long time ago, so things could easily have changed. And the steps up to these stands, which is what it looks like my grandma was going up, they don't seem to be like bridges anymore. I've just met these 2 people, Samuel and who they've told me that where they think my grandma was going up the stairs is either over there, right?
Yeah.
Top left or top right. We think?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so the roundabout is used to be up there, right?
Yes.
This
And
is the exit.
Yeah.
One, and the second exit.
So those are the 2 possible spots. Yeah, so based on the position of the stadium and the people and the flags, I don't actually see how it could be behind me. I just thought that because of the ramp. But obviously it's 60 years ago, like there could have been a ramp there, and many things could have happened. I think the only possible place it could be over here on the far side, which is what those 2 people who obviously know a lot more than me said as well. So I'm going to leave the ashes there. It's not the most appetizing place to leave some ashes, but at least they'll return to some sort of soil or water or something. To say people are looking at me like I'm insane would be an understatement right now. I'm just approaching the area now where the old houses of the workers used to be, right near the British High Commission. And you can see it's just like so much of Accra down here on the sea has just been bulldozed for renovation, reconstruction, which I think is sadly the fate that befell Jono's house. We're going to go to the High Commission, and Fritz, the legendary historian, said that there's a very nice roundabout opposite there that he thinks would be a good place to leave it, kind of in a general central area of where he used to live. Okay, so this is the nice roundabout Fritz was telling me about, which maybe, well, there's some nice red flowers there, maybe was nice in the past. I don't know how long it's been since Fritz has been here, but we're not gonna put Jono's ashes somewhere like that again, especially after what happened at the Independence Square. There's a very nice big tree here, a very nice tree. It looks very old. It's got these deep roots. Let's leave them there instead. So hopefully this is near where his house used to be, or I'm sure he walked down this road at some point. And this tree looks like it's been here for hundreds of years, so seems a good place to leave it. In memory of Harry John Lutchford, a proper legend and a great man. And that ends this video. It's been a very Very strange start to my time in Ghana. Walking around the capital city, going to these places, trying to get into the, well, getting into the port yesterday somehow. Yeah, I'm glad I did it. This is the reason I came to Ghana. But now it's done. I can start exploring Ghana, because like I said earlier, the people, everyone I've met has just seems so nice. It seems like such an interesting place. It was obviously my granddad always used to go on about it and really appreciated his time here. So yeah, that's the end of the video, and next week we'll be exploring the modern day Ghana, seeing what the local culture is like here. So Jono, that was for you. Rest in peace. Much love. We go for 4 this time, with that. That's the final load of Jono's ashes. Rest in peace, legend.